If you're listening at home, welcome, welcome. Sunday Market Outlook, exciting show for you guys. We have a bunch of the educators on the call today. We're going to get to see a bunch of different pairs, a bunch of different perspectives as well. I'm your host, Roy Dunya, co-founder, CEO, ChartAddicts, the #1 platform in the world for traders. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see. I have a few updates for you guys real quick. Here's the agenda. We're going to go through some quick updates in ChartAddicts, some news, how the weekly outlooks in terms of fundamentals, and then reminders for you guys as a trader. And then we're going to get to the educators and the charts and kind of slice it up. So quick updates. Obviously, new podcasts are up. You guys got early access to them, but we have one with Swaggy C last week. We just dropped another one with Emil. The one with Emil is really deep into crypto. If you guys already have a good basis in crypto and you're looking to expand, you're looking to understand some of the hot new areas that are coming up. So metaverse, Web3, gaming, I would definitely go through and check out that interview and just write down a lot of the websites he was mentioning, write down a lot of the sauce he was mentioning, and go through and research those things on your own. So some of the projects he mentioned, some of the websites he uses, some of the analytical tools he uses to figure out which projects to get into, I'd seriously go through and study those things because it might help you in your crypto journey. All right. Other updates. Oh, we have 7 spots left for the advanced coaching program. So we're going to be starting the next advanced coaching program in about 2 weeks. So if any of you guys are interested in doing that, schedule a call with us. Let's see if it's right for you. Let's see if you qualify. 7 spots left, 2 weeks. So that's all the updates. Let's go through news real quick and let's go ahead and get the show on the road. So I was just talking to the guys before this. Pretty dry week when it comes to fundamentals for USD pairs and for indices, which is what I'm watching. The biggest news event for me is on Wednesday, which is the core retail sales. So I say this a lot, but basically the US consumer is one of the strongest economic forces in the world because we do make up the majority of the sort of like the consumption that the world exports. So core retail sales is a huge thing for indices. You guys know that corporate earnings rely on sales. If sales are going up for Amazon, if sales are going up for Apple, sales are going up for Microsoft, the indices are going to go up. So core retail sales, early indicator, that's something I'm watching. Everything else for this week is just Canadian pairs are heavy on Tuesday. NZD pairs also Tuesday. And then Wednesday, that's all I'm watching is the retail sales news. Existing home sales. Oh, there's unemployment claims here. I don't know how I missed this. So this is weekly unemployment. So this is the amount of people that are filing for unemployment insurance for the first time in the past week. That's actually a pretty high number. 265,000 is pretty high, if I'm not mistaken. Who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time? That's insane. 265. Okay. Existing home sales. This is actually pretty huge for folks in the real estate markets. For us, mostly just looking at the Forex and indices. Home sales, not really that big, on a week-to-week basis. So then we'll jump on. Let's talk about reminders, and I'm going to let the coaches go in here and do their thing. Reminders as a trader. Here's the most important things that I tell myself at the beginning of every week. This week, I'm not here to take trades. This week, I'm not here to chase money. This week, I'm not here to just try to get into every single opportunity to trade every day and to get back in that cycle. Every single week, you have a choice. You can either make an evolution, so you can evolve, or you can go backwards, you can revolve. You can just keep going through this cycle over and over and over again. Evolution happens when you look at yourself honestly and you look at the results honestly, and you look at your past week's performance and your pain points and the things that you still need, and you actively work on those things. So the most important thing that I would tell you guys starting at the beginning of the week is the choices that you guys have been making. Ask yourself if they've been helping you or hurting you on the charts, and ask yourself if this is the week that you make that change. If you decide this is the week that you make that change, understand that it's a game of quality over quantity. It's a game of probabilities. It's a game of understanding and accepting risk. A lot of folks still have trouble with trading because of the inability to accept the risk on the charts. If you're scared to lose the money, if you're still thinking about the money, if you're obsessed about how many dollars are running on the screen, either in the positive or negative side, you still have yet to grasp the idea of this game. So this is the week where everyone has an opportunity to step into that best self. So 1, understand your strategy. Make sure you're not in here gambling. Take quality trades. I have to write this down. Here's your priorities. Quality over quantity. These are the different shifts that I had to go through that drastically changed my results. The first one was I had to stop over trading and I had to stop looking. Number one is quality over quantity. I had to stop looking for every opportunity. I had to stop looking to be in the trades all the time. I had to stop looking to trade every single day. And instead I had to ask myself, I just risked $2,000 this week across 40 or 50 trades, right? If I added up all the stop losses, I added up all the risk and everything. Could I have done that in 4 trades? Could I have put that same amount of risk in dollars into 4 trades instead, reduce the amount of hours on the charts, reduce the amount of decisions I have to make, and found more quality opportunities? The answer is yes. So quality over quantity, make sure you guys are finding great trades. 2, risk management. So understanding how much you're risking and accepting how much you're risking. A lot of folks still entering things by lot size. It's like, well, I see this trade, it looks good. It's X amount of pips. Let me just use the lot size. If you're not thinking about it as a percentage of your account, you don't really have a grip on how much you're losing. And if you're walking away from the charts and you don't have a clear idea of how much you have on the table, you're going to feel very uneasy. That's where the uneasy feeling comes in. So make sure that you guys have your risk management in check. Understand what lot size you're going to be using on different types of trades depending on the risk and how that's going to impact your account. So a lot of you guys, you might take 4 or 5 losses and then continue to trade when your weekly loss has just been met. And really, it's a time to take a step back and reflect. So risk management. And then 3, a lot of people say psychology. Psychology encompasses so many different things. I'm going to sum it up to you guys. Okay. I'm going to sum it up. All the psychology education and everything that we do and all the shit that we go through on a week by week basis, it sums up to this. Be okay with losing. Whether it's losing a trade, right? In which case you're sort of, there's 2 things that happen. One, you're wrong, and 1, you lose money. You have to be okay with both of those things. Now, if you're over leveraging, it's going to be very fucking hard to be okay with losing money. If half your account just went out the window, I'm not expecting you to sit there and be okay with that. But with proper risk management, you should be okay with the trades that you're taking. Now, when you're finding quality trades, you're looking for opportunities that it's worth risking money on. You look at a trade and you say, is this the one where I would risk the $200? And am I okay with losing the money if I do take this trade? So getting yourself in a mindset of not being scared, right? Being okay with missing a trade, being okay if the trade doesn't go your way, you tend to become a lot more relaxed. You tend to find better opportunities and more trades tend to go your way. It's kind of crazy how it works. So those should be your 3 priorities. Don't focus on the money, focus on the system. You have a 3-step or 5-step system that you're following for what you're looking for to get into trades. Follow that system, make sure you're using proper risk, and you guys should make money. Here's the last thing I'm going to say before we get into the charts. Your subscription is $99. All right. Your goal is every single week to make at least enough money to cover this and then hopefully profits. Correct? That should be everybody's goal while they're trading. You guys funded an account, you're trading along with us, and you're using yourself to educate. So what does that really add up to? That's $25 a week, right? Now, actually, let me know in the chats who here is confident they can make $25 a week. Like, really, let me know in the chats if you're confident, no matter where you are in your trading, do you feel like you can make $25 a week? Okay, so then let's say that this is the bare minimum you need to break even. Let's take 1 bill. Let's take it's your phone bill or your insurance bill or something like that. Let's make it a pretty hefty bill. You got the bundle from Verizon. They sold you on that thing. You're paying a rack to Verizon. They got the phone. They got the Wi-Fi. They got everything. That's an additional $150 on top. So total, let's call it $250, which is about $75 a week. Some of you guys trade funded. Some of you guys got different sized accounts. Let's see what the chat says. Everyone says for sure. He said, that's exactly my bill. Darius, I know they sold your ass on that bundle. Another guy at Best Buy said, come here. I got that deal for you. So then let's say that you wanted to be able to pay off your subscription and to be able to pay off that bill. That'd be $75 a week. Who's confident they can do that? So if you take one trade with a 75 pips or 75 points and you use a $1 lot size, you can make that amount of money. So you'll sort of have to play around with how many lots and how many pips you'll have to catch in order to make this sort of money. But that should be the bare minimum. Now, why is this not attractive to a lot of people? Everybody sees the Lamborghinis. Everybody wants to get rich. Everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants to do this shit. But you're losing money in an attempt to do all that. But if everybody's so confident that you can pull, $75 out of the market, then that should be your first priority. Because last month, your bills weren't being paid by Forex because you were trying to get rich. And this month, your bills could be getting paid by Forex. Not all of them, but pick one, pick two, and go for them and smash them. Then over time, add another bill and add another bill and add another bill. And that's a lot more realistic for 99% of people rather than trying to get rich quick and trying to flip accounts and trying to over leverage and do all these things. So I know I've kind of beat this point in. If you guys ready to move on to the charts, let me know in the chats. I just feel like this is very important. Everybody wants to trade, to quit their job. Everybody wants to trade to get rich, not realizing that first, just build yourself a better quality of life first. Right? If you can make an extra $200-300 a month and you can take your family out to dinner more often, that's going to improve the quality of living that everybody in your family has. It makes a difference. You don't need thousands of dollars to change the quality of your life. What you need is some additional income coming in. And then, like Austin told me on stage at the summit, basically taking that income and reinvesting it into things that can cash flow for you or that have growth potential. Those are things that everybody can do. And it's very realistic for folks to reach to. So let's get through NASDAQ. Pretty simple. I told you guys the technicals are the easiest part. We've been on an uptrend for a while. We have a long ways to go. Let's head up to the weekly time frame and let's see what we're looking at here. So the way I have my zones drawn is we have this nice weekly support that got formed down here. That's sort of our weekly low right now. We have this area of supply and demand. And then we have this next area up here around the 14,000 region. It's like 14,000 to 14,200. This is the simplest way I'm going to explain it before I go through and just kind of go through what's happening. Since the June lows, we've recovered about 50%. The market's going to continue chugging through. It has a lot of momentum behind it, and there's no news coming out that's really, going to cause it to turn around. So what we're seeing right now is a consistent uptrend on the daily, higher highs, higher lows, obvious uptrend. So then what we do is we look left. I'm going to leave this purple zone. That's my monthly zone. What I'm going to do is add the yellow levels as my daily zones. So we have this nice area of resistance right here on the daily. A lot of folks are shorting here. I think that we're going to blow right through this. And then our support level is down here at 12,800. Next stop, 14K, and then 14,200. So then we go down to the smaller time frames. Right? Pretty straightforward, higher lows, right? And so every time we make an impulse, I want to measure the fib from bottom to top so I can find the retracement. So bottom to top. We've already retested the 50%, and we're creating higher lows at the 38. Pretty clear long position here. This was the long position from last week. Take profit at the -20 or the -61 extension. Stop loss would have been below the 61 fib. Next thing I'm expecting is a break through this resistance level. Because as you guys can see, we had a solid candle closure here, filled this previous wick. So not a lot of clear rejection. Market's still aggressively bullish, and we're creating higher lows. So the next stop is a breakthrough. We're going to have a breakthrough tonight, and I think price is going to continue to form resistance here. What I can do from here is I can actually measure this with a Fibonacci retracement tomorrow. Wherever price creates a high, I'll find the 50% retest. We'll take the 50% retest long tomorrow morning, and we'll continue to go long. Once we hit that 14,000 level, I'm expecting a retracement back down to 13,600. So kind of a little bit below the -27 extension. And then if we start to create higher lows, then we can take the market up from here as well. Plenty of opportunities. We're going to buy it tomorrow morning. We'll buy it again on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when this retest happens. And we're going to continue going bullish until there's some news going on that causes the markets to reverse. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the ball on to one of the other educators. Let's get Jacob. Austin's on here as well. We got Anthony Hewless. Whoever wants to let it rip, let's go.
What's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, we got Jordan on here too. We got Jordan, Mr. I got family over.
Get the whole squad.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and go over the pairs that I'm looking at for this week. Starting off Euro Pound. I'm really enticed by how this pair is looking. If you guys recall, we were looking to actually sell off of this head and shoulder structure. All right, huge shift down. All right, we pulled back 61 fib, previous area of support to resistance, and we're kind of getting that same kind of setup again. Shift, pull back. So if we hold below here, all right, I can see this push down further to potentially here, this previous zone where we have reacted in the past, and then down here. All right, so I'm really liking the daily time frame and the 12-hour time frame. So if they are closing the same way, I guess going into London, I'm going to be calling a sell off of this, stop loss right above the wick. All right, TP1 about 90 pips, and if we break that, I can see it come down a lot further to 82600, which is a good 190 pips. So other than that, ADUSD and NZDUSD are looking enticing to me. I don't think they're there just yet, but the structure that we're getting on them is also looking enticing. You guys recall we were taking buys on both of these pairs. The reason being is because we were starting to reverse. You guys can see the inverted head and shoulders. We finally cleared above the neckline. So if we come back and test and respect this area, I can see it push up a lot higher. Just looking left, all right, we can see this area that has been respected in the past. So that could be a good a TP zone. So AU, NU kind of give us the same setup. I think NZD USD is looking a lot cleaner. All right, so if we come and pull back to this area here, again, I can see that same thing happening. So these are the pairs that I'm going to be looking at. Other than that, depending on how the news shifts the market, hopefully we get some nice midweek reversals or any other opportunities. But other than that, if we do, definitely call some signals for them. All right, so if you guys don't have any other questions, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just stop sharing and hand it off to someone else. But yeah, EG sells AU and NU potential longs off of 633 and around 7 flat. I hope that made sense.
Easy.
I'm going to share my screen if that's cool.
Quick money. Yes, sir. So, Ant, you want to introduce yourself real quick to the squad?
Yeah. My name's Anthony Hewless, guys. Some of you might know me as Kryptone. I haven't done many calls. I did do a call about, 2 months ago, talking a little bit about what I've been seeing in the markets recently in crypto. But yeah, I hope to do this more frequently, and I'm just going to briefly break down what I've been seeing in the market. So this is the Bitcoin chart. Obviously, we're on the 4-hour right now. There hasn't been any significant change or really anything to talk about in terms of any news or any new price action or structure that we need to worry about. This is essentially the same kind of move I've been talking about in Discord for about 2 weeks now. We had a huge corrective wave here following a massive liquidity drop. This was sometime in mid-June. So following that drop, we have a massive corrective wave, which is a really important structure to see in a market, especially after such a massive drop in price. These kind of corrective waves usually occur after a big move. And when you see these kind of things, you have to be very cognizant about it, because when you're looking to take these kind of long positions, it's really difficult to tell that this is going to be, a long position, right? And what I mean by that is it's really hard to see these moves happening in real time. And obviously now the move seems a lot clearer in hindsight. But when you're checking out these kind of wave formations, you really have to be cognizant about higher time frame movement and not focus so much on intraday structure if you want to really capitalize on the market during times of liquidity, instead of just scalping markets during consolidation periods. So what we're seeing right now is still a consolidative period. I do believe we're going to see a lot more volatility in the market than we've seen currently. Following this corrective wave, which builds a very, very strong level of support, we saw a break above that wave, which teases that price does want to go higher following a corrective wave, which is essentially just a retest of this same structure. Following that, we did have another break higher, which this is essentially, if we were going to break down this move and explain why I took this buy, this move right here would really be the signal for me to take that buy. After we create such strong support and we break above and retest it, a second break higher following this retest of essentially the support, the highest level of support you could find from this range, is a really promising signal. And that's something I'd hope to break down more later on, but I don't want to spend too much time rambling about the intricacies of these key levels. So for now, I did have two good buys here that I called out. I hope some people took positions on these. I've been talking about this since literally August 1st. And in terms of what we're going to see next week, I do expect more volatility and more bullishness. There isn't any news, as Roy said, and there isn't any significant reason that the market should change direction right now. This is really a strong level of support. And I believe if you guys want to take any more buys from here, I would, pay close attention to the intraday structure above the 22.8 level, because I don't think we're going to go below there for any time, in the next week or so. So really pay attention to the structure here. Look for any charting patterns you want. I'm personally not going to look for any more trades. If we see this move finish and we hit 26,000, I'm going to start looking for shorts off any structure we build there. And that's essentially the whole move I have for now. So if anybody has any questions, I'm here to break anything down, but that's essentially what I'm seeing. We're bullish right now and there's really no change.
Perfect.
And I'll stop sharing my screen.
Awesome stuff.
What's going on, y'all? All right, I'm gonna go through USDJpy, and then I'm also gonna give my outlook on NAS, pretty similar to what Roy was talking about today also.
Jacob, wait, introduce yourself real quick. Let the people.
Oh, what's up, guys? Sorry. Jacob, I'm a coach here at ChartAddicts, beginners education coach. And yeah, man, I had a call this previous Saturday. I hold calls, beginner education calls every Saturday. And yeah, let's get to it. So looking at UJ, so overall looking on the weekly, a higher time frame, we're in this massive bullish trend. Okay, so going down to my daily, finding my daily highs, daily lows. So seeing price bouncing off this support level, previous support made right here, then clearly breaking through, coming all the way up to this level, price rejecting, coming back down. Now seeing price push off this previous support, this previous resistance right here, this area seems enticing to me. So I measured my fib. Let me clean this up a little bit. So I measured this impulse, this previous impulse, from top to bottom, and waiting for the 886 rejection coming back down. These wick rejections are enticing off this zone, and yeah, just waiting for a pullback back down to this 886, 131.8, and then also let's say that price breaks through. Okay, let's say that price comes all the way down to our major support, measuring this in. So you might start under these wicks. So that's how I'd be looking at for UJ. Trading with the trend, not looking to trade against the trend. But yeah, looking for buys off this trend line, off the 886, off the zone, would be what I'm looking at off the beginning of the week. And then looking at NAS, these are my levels on NAS. Again, waiting for price. We're sitting at this resistance right here, but again, expecting with the way this daily closed last week, completely just engulfing this candle, this previous daily candle, definitely expecting price to break through looking to see where price plays in this zone during London, and then New York Open, just marking off my London highs and London lows. And yeah, looking to see where it plays out during London, waiting for New York Open Monday morning. And that's all I got.
Do you guys see how quickly Jacob snagged the screen share last time? There was no lag. All right, who's next? Another somebody. Oh my God. How did I know? How did I know?
What's up, chart addicts?
This man
How's
needs
everyone?
no introduction.
What's up, guys? It's Jordan. It's Mr. 1% here. Just gonna want to run you guys through US 30 real quick. What we're looking at for the week. Overall, we have I'm looking at the supply zone up here in the 34 to 100 area. Roy and I kind of spoke about this earlier. We do have a little markup that I saw on the Discord. We saw it on Instagram. We have it right here. You guys can take a look at it. It'll look perfectly here. We have this supply coming along perfectly. Markets have been bullish. Let's not ignore that. We are looking for, it is overbought. Kind of want to just see where it wants to go. I want to keep this momentum of the bullishness going until we actually have confirmation of this reversal. But as of right now, guys, do not go against the trend. We thought this was going to be a nice supply area. That was a negative. We already broke through that. The daily overall is very, very, very bullish. Okay. So there's no need for us to be going against this trend. Don't let this fake you out, guys. It's Sunday. Let it retest. It's going to give us a little zone right here. We have this little 33,600 area for a retest, and then we can see it come back up again. Mondays, you guys know that it's not the best trading day, but it's a good trading day to kind of understand where the market's heading into. So definitely we can see that. If you guys have any questions on US 30, just let me know. If not, I'm just going to go across over to GJ. You guys know I already marked this up. Me and Roy been looking at this. We had a conversation on this. I believe it was Thursday. Overall, GJ is shorting, guys. I see it shorting. I had this trend line drawn out from the 4-hour. Overall, you can see it's hit all these points down here in the bottom. We were going bullish, bullish, bullish. Now we're breaking out of this bullish momentum. We failed to go higher than this 168 area. I am seeing it kind of come down to this demand zone right here on the 160 or the 159. The 159-200 is the ultimate demand zone that I want to see it reject, where price will actually react to. Why do I say that? Look at this little area down here, rejections, rejections. These are areas of interest for me. Okay, guys, this is a huge area. So overall, that's what we're looking at. If you guys have any other questions, just let me know. But as of right now, this is what we're just kind of looking at, quick and easy, guys. I don't really think I need to tell you guys much more. We can see that it rejected this right here. This is a perfect retest to the same zone that we had previously. Keep going bullish for US 30. So as of right now, guys, wait for that retest, wait for the setups. Do not force any trades and just go with the momentum.
Go with the momentum. Beautiful.
All righty, guys.
Beautiful. Jordan, I'm telling you that 160 zone, bro. I see it. I see 157.
160 on GJ?
On GJ. Nice nice 78.6 retest.
Yeah. I have it here, man. I have it here marked off that 160 right on the dot. But like I don't know, man. Like I feel like if it's gonna keep going down, notice how I kind of rejected this trend right here. We touched it 4 times, you know, and we closed below it 3 times. So it's just, it doesn't really, it's not indicating for this buy up. So definitely shorts are it. Now, if it decides to reject the same zone right here on the 161 area where these wicks are, that's the interesting part, right? But I just feel like now we're just gonna get that breakthrough, because if you see on any other time frame, right? This is like a nice little inverted head and shoulders, right? So this is very, very interesting. But notice how this candle is very, very, very bullish. I mean, very bearish.
Yep. So there's 2 things, like you can kind of like look at things exactly how they are right now, and then you also have to look a little bit forward and say what is it most likely going to do. What it's doing right now is clearly it's selling off, and what I think it's going to do is there's a lot of people waiting, I think, at this area at 161 looking to buy it, and I think that's why it's going to just smash through. I think it's going to be a little bit too early, but we'll have to see later in the week, obviously.
Exactly. So it's like we're kind of seeing the same thing, because everyone's kind of expecting now for this inverted head and shoulders to react.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like if it's not gonna retest this, it would have been the ultimate area to get to. You could tell it rejected right down here, and
Mhm.
it failed to break above,
Yep.
right? So from here down, and we start seeing this bearish momentum all the way down here to the 160. That's a big demand zone, definitely is. But I don't feel like it wants to give us that 160, man. Right? It's a key area from before right here, which it's a big possibility. It's an interest area, but I feel like it's gonna try to push us down because I feel like it's expecting this 160 area.
I
You
see
know,
that too.
people
Yeah,
are expecting for it to
we'll
go
see.
this low.
We'll see once price gets there. Obviously, we can't predict too much. We react, but as long as we have the zones, once price gets there, we'll know what to do.
As long as we're seeing the right momentum, guys, we're preparing you guys for this bearish market. You know, for GJ. For US 30, we're going bullish right now. No news is really supporting this bullish momentum, but hey, it's bullish, guys. Respect the momentum. Don't go against it. All right, guys. All righty, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. All right. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. All right.
You too, brother. Appreciate you hopping on. Thanks for making some time. All right. CA squad. Anybody else? I think that should have been the whole team. Austin, you want to do your thing? Anybody?
No, I'm pretty good, man. I'm actually getting a new Trading View account set up right now, so I don't even have all my my stuff set up.
Done deal. Well, don't mind if I do. All right, everybody, we'll probably do this every single weekend. So on Sundays, Sunday Market Outlook, we'll have all the educators on. Everybody can get on and show their charts. So I think this will be a great experience. The beauty of what we just saw is that everybody has different ways of looking at the same thing. We're all still looking at naked price action above just a bunch of indicators. We're all trading in the direction of the trend. We're all just using technical analysis to find these entries, but we're all doing the same thing. Once we find the direction of the market, once we figure out which way it's going, we're waiting for these pullbacks and we're trying to enter that direction. So you guys got a chance to see a bunch of different styles on the same pairs and on different pairs. And that's the beauty of trading, is that the technicals are there and they're pretty straightforward. Now the psychology, the risk management, accepting, everything that we just talked about at the beginning of this call, that's what you guys need to be working on and prioritizing. All right, everybody. What I'm going to show you guys is Euro USD real quick. This is a very quick markup. Been tracking this for months. Pretty straightforward. We're in a bearish channel. Every time price creates support, we have a breakthrough, retest, and then it drops. Every time we create a floor, we break through it, come back to retouch it, and then drop. We create a floor, we break through it, come back to retest it, and then drop. And so what I'm expecting here is it's not going to be an easy drop. I do think that we could play around this level. If price starts to close above this resistance, I would just let it come back and close under. It's a little bit too low right now where it's sitting at, just in terms of like the overall weekly structure. And so this thing could make a little bit of a move higher. But from where it's sitting, this is very straightforward. Plenty of touches on the channel, plenty of touches on the support resistances. 1.04 sells. GJ, this is why I keep saying 160. Although I do agree it is a little bit too obvious. And when things are too obvious in the market, it tends to spike through. It tends not to get respected because there's going to be too many retail traders kind of at those levels. But you'll see the 160 zone support here, retest right here before the market made that move. Massive support. Price wicked through and closed, and now is kind of showing some bearish momentum. So it leads me to think as long as we're sitting above that yellow line, we're going bullish. And I want to enter as close to that yellow line as possible for my best chances of having a big move. So 160.2, that's kind of the area I'm looking at. I measured my fib from wick to top, kind of waiting for that 160 to 160.2 area. If we just start to close under, there's no wick rejections, there's nothing on the smaller time frames, there's no smaller time frame reversals, just let it go. Allow it to fall further, and there's plenty of re-entries if the market breaks through. So basically, I'm trying to enter here at the 61 again. And if it breaks through the 61, then we have all these other levels, previous support, turn resistance. We can find some good zones to find a higher low and keep taking the market higher. So for now, I'm going to try my luck And guys, this is a swing trade. This is a swing trade. So I'm looking to go a little bit heavy on the original position. I'm looking to allow the market to move probably like 50, 60, 70 pips. Once I'm in profit on the position, then I'm looking to protect and start to layer on some trades on the way up. I am looking for this thing. You know, we have this nice wedge formation. We've already had this nice bullish push. I am looking for a continuation here. So if it's here or at a lower level, it's going to, you know, it's bound to be at one of those. So I'm going to try my luck at the 61. If it breaks through, we'll reassess. All right, everybody, Sunday market outlook. That's another one in the books. Great having all of you guys here. Great to see some familiar names. If you're new around here, we do this every single Sunday to help you prepare for the week. So with that being said, have an incredible week, everybody. Make sure you guys are sticking to your plans. Accept the risk. Happy and safe trading. Peace.